UFC 205 is lit. Madison Square Garden. I watching the prelim. I want to get my post fight on Khabib Nurmagomedov-Michael Johnson. Hell of a fight. Great fight. Great work in there. I want to tell you what I saw, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I got to hurry up so I can get back to the rest. And I told you guys, boxing is going to have to take a back seat today. The Danny Garcia fight, I mean, it's a mismatch. And the UFC, I'm glad I watched the UFC fight because this was a good-ass fight. Now, I've always ranked and rated Khabib Nurmagomedov highly, but he is not invincible. And I think Michael Johnson, ranked number 6 at lightweight, he showed you that. I knew this would be a good fight and a tough fight because Michael Johnson's a good striker, and I watched this fight like Nate Diaz and stuff like that. So I know he's tough. And the good is Michael Johnson, you can't deny the heart on this man. This dude was taking some hellacious shots in the second and third round. It was only a 3-rounder. A lot of people were upset that Khabib Nurmagomedov didn't get the fight with Eddie Alvarez or Conor McGregor. And he's just going to have to keep knocking down doors like this. Michael Johnson, ranked number 6 guys, you know what I mean, top guys that have been in there with names. And this was a hell of a performance. Again, Khabib is he's not invincible. Michael Johnson in the first round, clearly winning the first half of the round. But things turned for the worse for him when it got down on the mat, because that's where Khabib is surgical. I mean, this dude's technique is flawless. Ground and pound, his control, he's very nimble, his positioning. He just makes these subtle shifts, and it's ridiculous. Your arms are trapped, and you can't really do anything but get your ass beat. And there were several points in this fight, maybe even in the first round, definitely in the second round, where you could have made an argument that this fight could have been stopped because he was just demolishing Michael Johnson. And then it gets to a point where you want to save your fighter, and it's going to be really hard to pull the trigger. Got to a point where Johnson needed a knockout to win. You know what I'm saying? And if you're getting your energy zapped and taking that much punishment, I mean, just getting pounded, you know what I mean, mauled on the ground, you're trapped, you're in precarious positions where you can't move. And Nurmagomedov is a beast. He's a fucking beast. The way he gets you in certain positions where only he can attack, you know what I mean? One of your arms is trapped, and he's just moving side to side and just beating the shit out of you. So if you fight Nurmagomedov, stay off that fucking mat. And I'm anxious to see what happens in the main event. Conor McGregor, Eddie Alvarez, who becomes the lightweight champion, because I don't see too many people wanting to fight him. But Michael Johnson, hell of a heart. He was in there tough, and he was hurting Nurmagomedov in the first half, but you have to give round 1 to Khabib based on the amount of punishment he did. That was a round of halves. Michael Johnson controlled the first half, but when it got to that mat, it was just a wrap. And he was just getting his energy depleted with just hellacious shots. And very good preliminary fight. Fox Sports won, so you guys didn't have to buy the pay-per-view to see this particular one. Great lightweight performance from Khabib. He did have to battle some level of adversity because he was getting hurt in there. I could see Michael Johnson's a good striker, and he was hitting him with some shit. And I'm anxious for the rest of the card because the first fight was lit. Let me know what you guys think. Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's just world-class grappler. Stay off that mat. If you're on the mat, you probably get chewed up, you chopped liver. You got to find a way. He controls you, and there's not much you could do. He's very strong. Some people, I mean, he looks pretty built, but some people are just physically strong. And I mean, you could tell this dude is physically strong, and especially with his technique, you can't really get out of it. You know, I mean, Michael Johnson historically has had decent, pretty good takedown defense, but it's just when you're at that world-class wrestling, grappling a level, you know what I'm saying? Your defense has to be on point. So hell of a performance by Nurmagomedov. Anxious to see what's next for him at lightweight. He just has to keep doing this to get the bigger fights that he wants. And I'll let you know what I think of the main event and the rest of the card. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.